Hello friends, welcome to Shia's Intermediate to Advanced tutorial. Now you are at part 3 of NumericUpDown and LinkLabel control tutorial. Now by this time we designed the form, we will go to the coding part. First, we will provide a handler for the link label. So if you see here, first we handled the link clicked event of the first link label control. And in that, first we are displaying a message box. And after displaying the message box, we are setting the link visited property to true. So what happens when you make a change to link visited property to true, it will show the color for link visited. So we already set the corresponding property. The property name is link visited. So in that link visited property, we set the color. Here we are setting the true or false. So when link visited is set to true, C# will go and look for the link visited color property and changes the foreground color of the link part. Next, here we are handling the link clicked for the second control. This one is the second control and this one is the first control. First control we handled the event. For second control, we once again set the link visited property to true. So this will force the C# runtime to visit the link visited color and change the foreground color for the link part. We also change the form height. So here we are changing the form height to 200. So that means the form is, when presented or when loaded, this will be the form size, let's say 100, and here we are changing it to 200. That means the form height increases. So when it increases, it will show the remaining control. That means the numeric up down as well as the text box, then the label control. All three can be seen. If you see here, just like the button, we are handling the link clicked. Usually you can use this link clicked to display a hyperlink, and you can visit a website using this link label control. But here we used it differently. Here we just expanded the form height. So visiting a hyperlink requires opening the IE, then loading the document into that IE instance, all those stuff. We will learn those in a separate video when we talk about the browser controls. So the event for numeric up down is value changer event, and once you handle that, C# runtime will call this whenever the value is changed by the user. So the value will be changed when user clicks the up or down arrow button. That time the value in the associated text box will get changed. So based on this step, the default step is 1. So when they click up or down arrow, the value here will get changed, and at the same time C# will raise a event. And since we handled that event, when user clicks these two buttons, they will ultimately land up executing this code. So what we are doing here, we use the NumericUpDown, which is the name given for this numeric up down control. From there we are reading the value property. So this will give whatever is the value here. So initially we set 50. After the increment it may give a 51. Why? Because when user clicks it increments, then it makes a call and we will get 51. So that we are setting the here for the text box width. So numeric up down user clicks and the text box width changes. So when user clicks it continuously, this will produce the events, multiple events, and each time this event is called, that means the text box will keep on increasing when they keep on clicking this. So when we go to the demo, that time you will see that. So these code snippets are available in the video description. You can take this code snippet and simply copy paste, or you can just start typing the code also. So that will give a different experience because you will see the intelligence, all those stuff. So this is where we left the form. Now let me open the property window. So I just right click and choose property. First let us handle the event for the first link label control. So we have to click the events. Then there are a lot of events. You can handle all these events. So at present I am clicking the link clicked, or I can double click here. So here we show a message box, hello there. Then we are setting the link visited property to true. So the moment you set the link visited property to true, let me switch to properties view. So it will go to this visited link color. That means it will set the color as this somewhat yellow or orange, whatever it is. So since we handled this event, we can test it. So let me click this. It will display a message box, and at the same time it will change the visited link color. So when message box is displayed, the link color won't change. Why? Because after the message box only we are setting it to true. Now let us see that. So it says hello there. Once I click OK, the visited color change. So by this time, when user looks at the example, they will come to know that they visited this link and they haven't yet visited it. I mean the second one. So if there are multiple link label control, some 10 or 12, and let's say each one pop-ups a dialog and they will fill something on each dialog. Just by looking at the link visited, they may come to know what are all the dialog they launched, and whatever dialog is not yet launched and not filled any data, or we would say what are all the dialog they visited. So here at present we visited this link and we haven't yet visited this. If I click here, nothing happens. Why? Because we haven't yet set the property to true here. I mean the link visited property. Now let's handle the second link label control. The link portion is here, but you can click the control, then go to event, and once again double click here. So we will get a handler for the second link label control. So like the first one, we set link visited property to true, then we will set the height of the form as a 200. If you see here at design time, the height of the form is 116. Let's change it to 100. So once user clicks here, we are setting a different height. That means we are increasing the height to 200. That means user will come to see the extra controls. Ultimately what happens, the dialog will be expanded like this. Now since we added the code here, we will run it. And you can see the form got expanded, and at the same time we can see this link is visited. So if I click here, both the links are visited. Now let's go to the numeric up down control part. So we can handle the event by expanding this form and selecting the control, or we can choose properties, then select the control from here in the drop down list itself. So NumericUpDown is the name we gave to our numeric up down control, and if you see, it got selected. So here you can see it, even though form is reduced in size during the design time, the control is actually selected. Now we can go to events tab and we can handle this value change event. By default it got selected, we have to double click. So at runtime there will be a checkbox here, the text box here. We will increase the size of this text box when the value in numeric up down is changed. So here our handler is ready. Now we will be adding the code to set a new text box width, and C# will make a call to this handler whenever the value changes. Value in the sense value in the numeric up down control changes. So now we will run and test it. So now if I click here, this will show the numeric up down control, and now I am increasing it. So I'm clicking one by one, and you can see the text box size is increasing, and I can even click continuously, but on each click you can see the value, the text portion of the numeric up down is updated. Now I'm going to press this continuously. So the maximum width what we set is, that means the maximum property we set it as 250. Let me click continuously, you see what happens. That's all. So I haven't yet released my mouse button, but since we set the maximum value as 250, the value is not increasing. Similarly, if I press down, the minimum property is set with 50. So the numeric up down will reduce the value till 50. So I'm going to hold this for a moment, you can see. And after 50 it won't reduce. So now I'm releasing my mouse. Alright, now let's check one more property for the control. So if you see here, increment is set as 1, indicates the amount to increment or decrement on each button click. So at present it is incrementing in steps of 1. Now I will put a value of 5, and you can see each click will changes the value by 5. Either it increments or decrements, it will be in 5. So demo you just now watched. Thank you for watching this video. Bye.